everybody, and welcome to my channel again. I know it's been a while that I haven't made a video and I'm very sorry. There was a couple complications, but I am back and I am ready to do these videos again. Today's video is going to be a little bit different since October is literally right around the corner, and October is my favorite month, literally my favorite month, and Halloween is my favorite holiday. I will be doing story times. These story times are just gonna be a bunch of little tiny videos of like things that happen to me in real life, but they're gonna be kind of scary, or some of them are supposed to be scary but they sound funny. So let's get started. So the story happens when I was 8. I have 3 older sisters and we all used to have to share one room. Me and 2 of my older sisters used to sleep in one bed, and then my other sister used to have her own bed because she's just always had her own bed. Shouts out Connie, you were lucky all the time. My eldest sister that we don't really talk about, me, and then my third oldest sister Julie. So I sleep in the middle of both of them, but this time me and Julie had gotten in a fight. We were like kicking each other too much, you know, whatever. My eldest sister had to go to school, I guess, in the morning or something, so she got mad and she ended up splitting us apart. So she slept in the middle, Julie slept against the wall, and I slept on the outside. Now, for those of you who don't know me like that, I am super afraid of everything, like everything. At the time, I was super afraid of sleeping at the edge, and now I like sleeping at the edge because I feel like you get more air, you know, like, I don't know, it's just better to sleep in the edge. The inside you get way too warm and hot. But when I was little, I used to hate the outside because I was like, oh hell no, like the Llorona would get me or something. Like, no, I'm not having it. The Llorona is like this little like Mexican like legend, urban legend, and that's a whole different story. So I was sleeping on the edge, right, and I was like all mad because I was like always, Julie's always the one who gets defended. She's like the more sensitive one in our family. She's not sensitive. She's not sensitive. I was moved to the edge and I'm laying there all mad, like maybe I had the same face I did now, like this, like just rolling my eyes everywhere because I was pissed. And I fell asleep. I felt like something had pushed my hair back, and I assumed it was my mom. When we were younger, my parents were like super strict with us. They would just like stand by the door and like count to see if we were all still there, and then they'd leave. So like I felt my hair being pushed back, and I opened my eyes, I looked around the room, and the room was like dark, and I was like, okay, that was weird. So I closed my eyes, opened up my eyes again, and at the edge of the bed there was this little girl. She was like in all white, and she was just standing there like at the edge of this fucking bed just looking at me, and I was just laying there like, oh no, like this isn't happening, like no, not me. So I was just like kind of like squinting, you know, like when you squint your eyes but you can still like see, they're not open but you can still see. So I just had my eyes like squinting, and I had like the blanket like up to here because I was just so scared, and a little girl was just staring at me, and I was like, okay, so I'm just gonna like pretend and like go back to sleep. So I closed my eyes and I thought I fell back asleep, but I guess I didn't, because when I opened up my eyes again, the little girl was still standing there at the edge of the bed just staring, and I was like, okay, so then this has to be a dream. Like there's no way that I knocked out and then woke back up and the same little girl standing in the same spot. And so I like kind of like leaned up a little to like look, you know, I was kind of just like leaned up just to look, and then the little girl like looked, like she like made eye contact with me, and then I swear I cannot make this up, okay, this for real happened. She looked at me and then she freaking like she did this, like telling me to go with her. She was just like, come here, and I like shook my head no, and then she just smiled at me and she like told me to go with her, and I was like, nope, I'm no, So I laid back down real quick and I put the blanket over my head and I like rolled over, and I just remember I was praying and I was like, please let me go to sleep, please let me go to sleep, please let me go to sleep. And I knocked out, and the next morning I woke up and I like quickly looked at the edge of the bed and it was nothing. It was like nothing ever happened. When I woke up the next day, nobody believed me, and even like years later now, nobody still believes me. Like, I told my sister, I told Julie, I told Courtney, I told them all, and they were all like, no, you're crazy. Hopefully it was a little bit interesting. I don't know if it's just me, but my entire family has always been very like intuitive with all that stuff. But I think it might be just like a Mexican thing, because most of like my Mexican friends that I have, their families are also very intuitive, and like we could sit there for hours talking about like all the scary shit that we've seen or we've heard, or our family members have like seen or heard. So if you like that story, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It'd be awesome if you were to join the fam. Either way, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!